If you have a horse with HYPP, you probably know all about it because it is very challenging, nutritionally speaking, for the horse. If you don't, then here's a little bit about HYPP. So HYPP is basically where the horse cannot metabolize potassium very quickly. You need to introduce small doses or small amounts of potassium. You cannot introduce a bunch of potassium all at once to a horse. So things that you want to stay away from would definitely be alfalfa, and a lot of the cool season grasses. This is brome, kind of in between, but orchard, timothy, things like that are typically higher in potassium than they are some of the other warm season hay, such as Bermuda. So staying away from alfalfa and those things would be the first thing that you want to do. The second thing that you would want to do is feed products that are low in potassium, of course. That would be something like oats is a thing that most people with the HYPP horse are known for feeding a lot of. Though they're high in sugar and starch, you're kind of limited to your options for your horse, nutritionally speaking. If you need your horse to gain weight and they don't like oils, they don't like all those things, with HYPP, you just don't want to overload potassium too much at one time. So what a lot of people will do is they will feed a lot of meals throughout the day. I know that that might not work with your work schedule. However, instead of feeding once per day, instead of feeding twice per day, maybe introduce a lunch meal or something like that. Or maybe if your schedule allows it, introduce feeding that horse 4 times per day. Getting that horse to eat smaller meals throughout the day would be a way to help them gain weight. You can introduce more feed that way. Instead of dumping all that potassium into their stream at one time, you can do smaller meals throughout the day. Hopefully that helps. If you have a horse with HYPP, you probably know all about it because it is very challenging, nutritionally speaking, for the horse. If you don't, then here's a little bit about HYPP. So HYPP is basically where the horse cannot metabolize potassium very quickly. You need to introduce small doses or small amounts of potassium